to the Pioneer Bowl game.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Let me introduce you to the Queen and her princess, Miss Bethel Adams.
How are you doing? Congratulations.
Thank you very
The
much.
princesses?
Hello. Say hi. Hi. Good to see you. Hello. Hello. Nice to see you.
Oh, nice to see you.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Hello. Hi, Charlie. How are you? Fine. Oh.
Just one more, please, Mr. Bowen.
All right, just plenty of time for pictures. Let's let Mr. Bowen get settled first. Hello, Jack.
Hello, Joanne. How's the public relations business?
Just fine. I hate to rush you, but we've got a rehearsal for the banquet
That's
tonight.
right. I have nothing else to do, you know.
I have the itinerary for the parade and the football games. I'll give them to you at rehearsal.
Oh, good. Hello, Jack. Hey, Don. What are you doing in town?
Down for the game. I read in the paper that you're going to be Grand Marshal.
Well, it's a very worthy cause, and it assures me a good seat on the 50-yard line.
Why don't you give us a call? We're in Bungalow 3.
I'll do that.
Here you are, Mr. Bowen. Bungalow 6. You have a pleasant stay.
Thank you very, very much. Well, so long, Joanne.
Bye-bye.
See you later. There you are, Mr. Bowen. No, thank you. Here you are. Thank you, Mr. Bowen.
You're first. That's right. Then Alice, Siobhan, Carol, Penny. That's right, Lizette. Now, Bethel, you bring up the rear as the queen. Now, when Mr. Bowen introduces you, take his hand and curtsy, and then go back to the places that are marked on this diagram. We'll have a rehearsal as soon as Mr. Bowen gets here. Harold, have you seen Mr. Bowen?
No, not since I took him to his bungalow.
I wonder what happened to him.
Thank you. That should do it, Gerald.
I'm sorry for keeping you waiting like this, Mr. Emery. I can't imagine what happened to Mr. Bowen.
Oh, that's perfectly all right. He just got in. He's probably freshening up, huh?
How you doing? Oh, give it a little longer before I open it.
That's nothing but a gag.
Whatever's in that attaché case may not be very funny, Jack.
Look, I appreciate you coming over. I didn't know who else to call. But I can make you a bet what's in that case.
What's the bet?
It's an old alarm clock. That's what it is. Somebody's idea of a joke.
Well, who'd want to play that kind of joke, Jack?
Don't ask me. A man is a comedian. Everybody wants to play practical jokes on him.
I don't think this joke is very practical, Jack.
What is it?
Homemade bomb. Complete with dynamite and batteries.
That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Well, whoever planted that didn't think so.
Well, you know, if it hadn't been for this faulty battery, it would have gone off right on schedule.
I just can't understand it.
Well, it's evident that someone planned to kill you.
But who?
Well, that's what we're trying to ask you.
Look, I've played a lot of dates in my time, and I may have laid a few bombs, but no one has ever planted one on me.
Well, this was very thorough, with the exception of the dead battery.
Well, maybe it was meant for somebody else.
Possibly. When did you first notice it?
When I walked into this room and heard the ticking. That's when I called you.
Somebody could have placed it in your luggage at the airport.
It couldn't have been. I always carry my case on the plane.
And it was probably slipped into your case when you got to the hotel.
Which could only mean one thing.
What?
It wasn't a mistake.
Oh, my goodness, is that the right time?
Exactly 12 minutes slow.
I'm late for rehearsal. I've kept those kids waiting almost an hour. And just because I was trying to figure out who wanted to bump me off. Look, not a word to the press.
For any particular reason?
Yeah, well, in the first place, who'd want to kill a lovable guy like me? And in the second place, this has all the earmarks of a publicity stunt. Look, I'll see you gentlemen later. The Queen and her court await. Here he comes.
How many years is it, Jack, you've been coming to the Pioneer Ball?
21, but make it 12.
You trying to break a record, Jack?
I never turned down a complimentary ticket in my life. I'm sorry I'm late, Joanne, but my alarm clock misfired.
You had trouble getting through the press in the lobby. I'm sorry. I should have been out there to run interference. You're off limits, mister.
Oh, that's all right. Let him take one. Go ahead, son. Here's a free one.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bowen.
That's enough, boys.
Oh, what's the difference? They're cheaper by the dozen, you know.
Well, I think it's about time that the two Grand Marshals got acquainted. Mr. Bowen, Mr. George Emery.
Well, Mr. Emery, I've certainly heard a lot about you. Steel, utilities, holding companies.
Gosh, I certainly feel that I know you with all the movies and the television. And you know something? As a matter of fact, I've borrowed a couple of your jokes for my club banquet.
You did? Well, I borrowed a few myself, you know.
While you two gentlemen are getting acquainted, I'll just check on the girls. Excuse me.
Okay.
Right. Now, what was that line in your program last week? Something about a fellow that's traveling somewhere. Oh, yeah. And he reached his destination, and he fell as he was getting out of his car. And somebody said, "Did you have a nice trip?"
I don't think I had that on my program.
It was a riot, really.
Tell me, Mr. Emery, what do you think the stock market will do this month?
Oh, there'll be a certain amount of profit taking, but on the whole, it'll be pretty stable, I think. I hear you're going to do a new movie.
Well, we start shooting in about a month. You know, my stockbroker was talking to me about Kellington Incorporated. What are the possibilities?
Promising. Who's your new leading lady?
Well, we're still casting. Would you recommend Kellington?
Oh, yeah, there's a pretty good earning record. Look, is it true that Marilyn Monroe wants to play opposite you?
Well,
Excuse me.
I'll try.
I'm looking for a Miss Dunn.
Joanne Dunn?
That's right. I hear she's the boss lady of this whole operation.
Well, nothing as elaborate as all that. Just a public relations director.
Oh. Well, either way, where do I start looking?
Don't bother. I'm Joanne Dunn.
Well, if it's all the same to you, I'll keep on looking.
Well, if there's anything that I can help you with, relative to the Pioneer Ball, that is.
Well, I like to volunteer for the parade.
Have you any experience?
Well, I've had experience in public relations.
Where have you worked?
New York, San Francisco. Why don't you give me a try?
We're pretty well booked up, Mr.
Sills. Jed Sills.
I appreciate your offer, Mr. Sills. I'll take it under consideration.
Well, I was hoping for something a little more definite.
I'm sure you were. Now, if you'll excuse me.
oh, yes, Kim Novak is just as beautiful off the screen as she is on.
You know, my wife will be positively delighted to get all this information firsthand. You know Elizabeth Taylor?
Ever since she was a little girl.
Oh, marvelous. And?
She's not a little girl anymore.
Not a little girl anymore. Now get that. Put it all down. I want it word for word.
Now, getting back to Kellington.
Is she in pictures?
No, the stock we were talking about.
Stock? Oh, yes. But I'd hold off for a while if I were you, Jack, and let them get their feet wet first. Look, here's what I think you ought to do.
I started to give her my background in public relations, and after 3 sentences, I forgot what I was there for.
Well, what did you discuss?
I don't know. I kept asking myself why she wasn't queen of the court instead of the power behind the throne.
The answer's quite simple, really. She was queen the year before last, hence I gave her the job.
Now he tells me.
Well, we're in fine shape. As Carl pointed out, there are 200,000 people down here for the ball game and the parade.
Mm-hmm. And every one of them a potential killer of Jack.
200,000 to 1, that's pretty rough odds. Why don't we shorten them?
How?
Well, for one thing, you can knock me out of the box. I don't want to bump them all.
You better keep working on it.
I plan to.
Yeah, I once went for the public relations lady. We were almost married.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, she had a public sampling taken.
See what?
Public forms made out as to the advisability of marrying me.
You lost?
Yes. Oh, but I did considerably better than Dewey in the South and in the pivotal Midwestern cities. I might say I blew it on the farm.
Doctor, are you sure you're ready for this New Year's Eve party?
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. Not so much to wish the new year in as to say goodbye to the old one.
Here, here.
Where?
Princess Penny Raw. Princess Babette Optograph. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the queen of the Pioneer Bowl, Miss Bethel Adams. Well, now, tell me, Miss Adams, how does it feel being the queen of the Pioneer Bowl? Did I say something funny? Good. I must fire my writers. That's a sin. If I can get laughs like that, you know. Now, tell me, what did I say that was funny? Did I say something funny there?
Nothing. It's just that I've seen you on television.
Well, I'll not only fire my writers, but I'll hire you as an audience. And now, if Her Majesty will control herself, we'll dance to the music of the Queen's Waltz, if you please.
It's a very interesting profession you're in, Mr. Bowen. Very interesting.
Well, Mr. Emery, I see you've made another merger, huh?
Do you waltz?
When I have nothing else on my mind.
Well, why don't we try a few spins and you can tell me all about it?
Not here. Over there.
You do like your relations public, don't you?
kind of took you back, didn't it?
Quite a while.
Yeah. Boom, 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 boom.
Happy New Year, Jack.
Happy New Year, Doc.
And don't forget to lock your door.
I won't, don't worry.
Good night.
Good night.
Excuse me, Mr. Bowen. I wonder if I can get one last picture before I ship them back to my paper.
Oh, of course, certainly. Where do you want me to stand?
Oh, right over there is fine.
Oh.
Oh, there's Mr. Bowen. Come on. Mr. Bowen, would you please autograph my horn for me?
Oh, certainly.
Mary Lou.
To Mary Lou, okay. Hey, this young fella's been waiting. Let's have to take a picture, huh?
Oh, no, I'd rather have one of you alone, Mr. Bowen.
Oh, you've taken hundreds of me alone. Now, look, this is New Year's. Let's celebrate. Come on, son, shoo.
But, seems to be jammed.
Well, we'll get it tomorrow, huh? Good night, kid.
Thank you for the autograph.
You're welcome.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
This is the New Year. You should get yourself a new camera.
Yes?
Hello, Jack. Did I wake you?
No.
Good. This is George Emery. I couldn't sleep, and I was hoping you'd be in the same state.
Haven't closed an eye.
Wonderful. Look, what about a little game of gin?
At 3 o'clock in the morning? Hey, it's like I never left home.
Well, good. Come on, hop right over. Bungalow 9.
Be right there.
Yes, I got it. Oh, just a minute, Captain. Well, Jack, you're all out of breath.
I ran over. Exercise, you know.
Come on, take a chair. I'm right in the middle of a long-distance call. It'll only take me a jiffy.
Go ahead.
All right, Chester. Yeah. No. Look, no, I don't want to dissolve that company. I know I can get $10 million for it. That is not what I want. Yeah? Well, all right, buy some. Now, 100,000. Let's go for broke. Make it 5 times that. Right. Now, look, did you close that deal I talked to you about this morning? Yeah. And 3/4 for me. Right. Well, call me as soon as the market opens, huh? Right. Good night, Tusky. Well, nothing like a little game of gin to relax.
Yeah. Well, let's cut for deal, huh? Your deal. Okay. What do we play for?
Anything you want, Jack. Except money. I never gamble. and playing for money, I'd owe you over $1,200. Pity. Who do you like for the game tomorrow, Jake?
Well, being a betting man, I'd have to go for the Midwest. Born there. You know.
Great part of the country. Wheat fields, dairy, farms. Gosh, I forget what a farm looks like. My whole world is telephones and ticker tapes.
Same as mine. Two coasts, Hollywood and New York. Sometimes you forget there's anything in between.
Well, good night, George. Good night.
You know, I probably won't sleep a wink thinking of all the money you could have owed me.
Yeah, and on the other hand, I'll snooze contentedly thinking of all the money that I've saved.
Well, Happy New Year, George.
Happy New Year, Jack.
You all right, Jack?
I thought somebody was following me.
I was.
You were? Well, why, for heaven's sake?
We're trying to protect you, Jack. Frankly, you're making it very difficult.
If you're still worried about that bomb, I tell you, it was a joke.
If I thought it was a joke, I wouldn't be following you, Jack.
Oh.
Now, don't forget to lock your door.
Good night, Don.
See you in the morning.
Has all the characteristics of a high-powered rifle.
Could have come from any one of 50 windows.
Fine. We've practically got him cornered.
You know, I think we should take this up with the police.
No, look, I don't want any of that cheap publicity. I told you that I don't want to take the spotlight away from the Pioneer Bowl.
But nothing seems to come together. 2 attempts on your life with no apparent reason. No blackmail threats, nothing.
That bullet that just missed my face was something.
Look, the killer seems pretty determined. He might try again.
Well, that's comforting.
If you could only think of someone who might have a motive.
Look, fellas, I've considered every possibility thoroughly. I just happen to be one of those unfortunate individuals. I mean, nobody has a good reason for killing me, and I have no reason to suspect anybody.
You're a target. That's reason to suspect everybody.
We've been thinking about your parade appearance, Jack. We want you to call it off.
What?
The killer could move through that crowd with no trouble at all, Jack.
I flew all the way from New York to appear in this parade. I mean, this is one charity affair I strongly believe in. I gave him my word, and nothing's going to stop me.
Something might.
Well, that's a chance we'll just have to take.
It's a chance you're taking, and I don't think it's worth it, Jack.
But this is a must with me, Don. I haven't missed a Pioneer Bowl in 21 years.
Well, no one's tried to kill you in 21 years.
Well, there have been 2 attempts made right here in my room. I'm no safer here than I'd be in the parade.
Well, it's your life.
There's nothing we can do tonight. One of us will be in the vicinity if you need us.
Well, thanks for coming over.
Maybe you better try to get some sleep, huh?
You gotta be kidding.
Well, that parade route you gave me, it's just a list of streets.
That's usually where a parade takes place.
But I don't know where the streets go. I'm afraid I'm going to have a map.
You know, your persistency would crack an ordinary woman.
You said it. I didn't.
Checkmate.
You've heard of us?
Yes.
I tried to get your help without you finding out, but you wouldn't play. Now I'm leveling.
What is it, Mr. Sills?
One of your headliners had 2 attempts on his life today.
That's impossible. I don't believe you.
Well, if you'd rather hear from the intended victim, I suggest you go over to the phone and call Bungalow 6.
Mr. Bowen.
That's right.
Why would anyone
Look,
want
Miss Dunn, You have spent a year of your life on this project. Tomorrow, you're up at bat. Now, if you don't want to strike out on a hidden curve, I suggest you give me all the info you possibly can. Parade route maps, scheduled stops, bleacher areas, time involved between parade and the game, stadium seating arrangements. Do you dig, Miss Dunn?
I dig, Mr. Sills.
Thank you. Oh, and I better keep this. I don't want to publicize that we've been around. And sleep easy. Your papers are in good hands. Good night.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Are you one of the photographers?
That's right.
I'm sorry, I don't recall your checking in. What paper are you with?
Oh, the Pittsburgh Times.
Oh, I didn't know we had anyone here from Pittsburgh. Do you have your card with you?
Well, I don't have it with me. It's in my other camera case. This is just my tripod. I left it in my room. I can get it for you.
No, don't bother. Just give it to me in the morning, will you? So I have you on my list?
Sure thing.
Good night, thank you.
Good night.
And from Groton, we turn left on Stadium Boulevard and disembark right here,
Why there? The stadium's over here.
a block away. This is the reviewing stand. TV setups to introduce George Emery and Jack, who will introduce the Queen and her court.
About a 10-minute show, huh?
Roughly. And from there, we walk to the stadium and have lunch.
In the stands?
They cleaned up an equipment room, buffet style. Here's where they sit during the game. Now, during lunch, we should be able to juggle a few tickets so we can sit next to them.
Good. What about the halftime activity?
Right in the center of the field.
Ouch.
Yeah, I know. We'll have to figure out some kind of plan during lunch. First things first.
Well, then, as I see it, the reviewing stand is our danger area.
Stationary target.
Good morning, gentlemen. And as we launch forward into this new year, may I say with all sincerity that I wish us all the great success in the future that we so richly deserve.
He's going to have one of those days.
I'm afraid so.
Well, we better get moving. We should check out all the wagons around Jack before the parade starts.
I'll get dressed.
I'll get Jack.
I'll get some coffee.
Good morning.
Where would Mr. Bowen's wagon be located, please?
Directly in back of the Queen.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, thanks for the use of your maps.
Good morning.
I hope so. Good morning, girls.
Good morning, Mr. Bowen. How do you feel, Mr. Bowen?
Oh, fine, thank you. Now, don't tell me anyone on that wagon would want to kill me.
Oh, I agree. They could hurt you, but they could never kill you.
Doctor.
Don, I don't think there's any need of all of this.
Just an idea, Jack.
Well, what do you expect to find?
Maybe something like this. You riding on this float?
Sure, you coming with us?
I'll ask the questions, you answer them. Jack, have you ever seen this man before?
No.
Well, I sure seen you.
Oh, where?
Well, I never miss one of Mr. Bowen's programs. Say, Mr. Bowen, I wonder, would you give me your autograph, please?
What are you doing with a rifle in the tent?
I never seen that before in my life. Say, Mr. Bowen, I got a couple of kids. They sure appreciate that autograph.
Well,
I'm afraid that's not our man.
We get a full confession out of him now that Jack's signing him an autograph.
Oh, Carl.
Just thought.
I better stash this.
sidearms, eh?
No, don't carry him. Got an itchy finger.
Beautiful day for a parade, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. There's just something about a parade that it makes me feel good. Like when we were boys, you know, when the circus came to town. You remember those days?
Long ago.
If anybody had asked me then what I wanted, I would have never thought of building empires and merging companies. I tell you, the greatest ambition that a boy could have would be riding in a parade.
I know that feeling, and you never lose it.
And as you just said, it's a beautiful day for a parade.
Good morning, Mr. Emily.
Morning.
You'll take the parade route directly to the reviewing stand. The television camera will be on you as soon as you stop. I'm sure that you'll be able to cope with it from then on. Now, if there's anything else that...
Just one thing. I'd like to talk to Mr. Bowen for a moment.
Jed, I don't want anything to interfere with this parade.
Please, Mr. Sills, we'll be late.
Jack, it's very important.
Well, excuse us a minute. I'll be right back. All right, fellas, what is it?
You ride in that buggy, Jack, and you may never reach the end of the parade.
So we found a gun in that wigwam. What are we supposed to do, call off the parade and the football game and everything?
Jack, someone somewhere in that crowd is very determined to kill you.
Look, it could be a shot from a rooftop, a tree, behind a signboard. Well, you name it.
Look, I appreciate your concern, fellas. Really, I do. But I gave him my word I'm going to be in that parade, and that's settling it. I'm sorry.
All right. Everybody ready?
About them. You can shoot from there or there.
There? Okay, all right. Never mind.
Energy and money just to get a parade started.
Well, how it's going to end is what concerns me.
You still think Mr. Bowen's life's in danger, don't you?
I've never stopped thinking.
You think I shouldn't have let him take the chance?
Oh, no. No, your job's to get the parade started. It wouldn't have been very efficient of you to have stopped it.
I wish you wouldn't use that word.
Well, what's wrong with being efficient? If something happens to Mr. Bowen, it'll add a lot of color.
What do you think the odds are?
Well, there's an old betting expression about taking it off the boards. I think it's about right.
Just standing here, not being able to do anything.
Well, we can always dash over when we hear the shot.
ladies and gentlemen, this is probably the most spectacular parade in the history of the Pioneer Bull. It seems to get bigger and better every year. And now, down the middle of the street in the line of parade, the Queen's Float. Queen, Miss Bethel Adams, is now stepping on the reviewing stand, followed by her court, Princesses Babette Updegraff, Penny Roth, that roar you just heard was the arrival of Jack Bowen and Mr. George Emery in their pony station wagon. That gasp you just heard from the crowd was because George Emery has just fainted.
What happened? Is he all right?
All right, he just fainted. Please go on, Mr. Bowen.
He's been shot.
What?
Call an ambulance, quick.
Please don't say anything.
All right, Jack, go ahead.
A funny thing happened to me on the way to the game. How is he?
Critical.
Why did this have to happen to a nice guy like George Emery? And it's all my fault. I put his life in jeopardy. I mean, you told me not to ride in that parade, but I wouldn't listen. No, I didn't want to break my record, that's what it was. Had to clown around, get all kinds of laughs from the crowd. Well, I got him. And now a man is dying because my ego is bigger than my brain. I think it happens to Emery.
You saying that shot was intended for you, Mr. Bowen?
Well, there have been 2 previous attempts in my life.
Well, why didn't you contact the police?
Well, I'm afraid that's our responsibility, Lieutenant. You see, we thought of contacting the police, but Mr. Bowen wanted to avoid the publicity.
Here a man is shot in front of 100,000 witnesses. But how was it accomplished? Nobody saw the gun or whoever pulled the trigger.
It's not easy to put together.
These attempts on Mr. Bowen's life are not easy to put together either.
No motive, nothing.
George Emery instead.
It's about the size of it.
But you're going to have police protection now, Mr. Bowen. A full detail.
You think the killer will try it again?
I think we can't take any chances.
Oh, I won't need any protection. I'm leaving town tonight.
Well, until you do, you're going to have a man with you all the time. I'm going to call the station and set it up immediately.
How's Jack? Disturbed. He feels responsible for what happened to Emery. If he hadn't been on that platform, it wouldn't have happened.
Yes, that's a theory I've been working on.
What's that?
Well, there have been several rather clever attempts on his life, Jed. All of them near misses. It seems incredible to me that anyone who was ingenious enough to plan all these attempts should fail his purpose.
What are you trying for, Carl?
You look, Don. You know, we've been conditioned to believe that Jack was the intended victim. Now, suppose someone wanted to make it appear that Jack was going to be killed.
Well, for what purpose?
To conceal the fact that George Emery was the real target.
That's an interesting idea.
Well, let's go back. Now, take the bomb with the defective batteries. A determined killer would certainly have examined those batteries. And the shot through the window. Lots of time. Why'd he miss?
And the rifle in the wagon.
Well, who was going to fire it?
Well, surely not the Indian autograph seeker.
The gun may have been left there purely for effect.
To complete the picture. To serve as a reminder that Jack was the intended victim, not Emery.
Then when Emery was shot, it would look like another attempt on Jack's life that failed.
Forest for the trees.
As I said, we've been conditioned to believe one thing. Now, if Emery had been shot without any attempt being made on Jack's life, we would presently be searching for the obvious killer of Emery.
Maybe we ought to try it from that angle.
Yes, you know, perhaps we ought to explore Emery's background, see if anyone had any motives.
Jed, you get on the phone. See what you can find out from Emery's associates. Get a list of names and numbers from that male secretary of his. He's probably at the hospital. Carl, you contact Miss Dunn. Get a copy of the parade map. See if you can pinpoint the shooting position. I'm off to the newspapers for a look at their files.
I'll get the map for you from Miss Dunn.
Well, this could develop into a long night. If you had any other plans, I would suggest that you...
Cancel.
Excuse me. 5-4.
Yes. Yes, that's right. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Bye. Well, to conclude a cursory check of Mr. Emery's associates, he's a fine man. Hasn't an enemy in the world.
Oh, that makes him unique. I've never known a man without enemies.
You turn up anything?
Nothing tangible.
Well, I think I found something rather interesting at the newspaper. About 3 years ago, Emery bought a company, a small company, from a man named Cole.
According to my information, he bought up a lot of companies.
But this has a certain distinction. 3 weeks after the deal was made, Cole killed himself.
That's colorful.
Cole lived not too far from here. Here's his address. Now, why don't you get on your bicycle and see what you can find out from his wife?
Right.
You and I better have a talk with Jack, huh? Come on.
I don't understand.
If our theory is right, there'll be another attempt to kill you.
But why?
The killer is trying to commit a motiveless crime. The shooting of Emery was supposed to look like an accident. But now we have reason to believe that he will actually kill you.
With you dead, it would validate the fact that Emery was shot by accident.
See, now the killer will have taken his plan full circle, Jack. You will appear to be the victim, not Emery.
It looks like I'll need this police protection after all.
Well, while you're here, yes. But there's no guarantee where he'll try again. He could follow you back to New York.
Gee, that's nice.
Jack, we're working on an angle. If we could find out who it is before you leave.
That's a good idea.
Now, Emery's off the critical list, as you know. However, we've let it be known that he's dying, so the killer will think his shooting was a success.
If it works, he should try to get to you.
Unless we get to him first.
So be very careful, and don't leave your police guard.
Oh, I wouldn't think of it.
The bullet couldn't have been fired from too far a range.
The police said he was shot with a .38.
So the shot had to be fired from a radius of about here.
What people were in that area?
A few officials, policemen, TV cameras.
Yes, none of whom could have fired the shot without being seen.
Wait a minute. There were some photographers in the area taking pictures.
So they were.
I never did get that picture, Mr. Bowen.
Well, then I guess I'll have to give it to you right now, huh?
Thank you. Oh, the officer just went to the lobby for some cigarettes. He said he'd be right back.
Oh, well, then come right in.
He's right
right here okay?
Right there is just fine.
Hey, wait a minute. As long as this is for your paper, I might as well get my coat.
That isn't...
I'll be right back. Just stand there.
I just saw Mrs. Cole. The newspaper story checks out right on the button. However, when Cole took his life, Emery offered her money, return to the company, anything to rectify what happened. She refused, but not at all vindictive. But not so her son, Arthur. I didn't get to see him. He was at the game and hadn't come back yet. But I did get a picture of him. Here.
That's the photographer I bumped into earlier in the lobby. Mr. Bowen's room, please.
Yes?
Jack, can you come right down here? I think we've turned up something.
Oh, great, Don. I just got to give a photographer one picture, and I'll be right over.
A photographer is taking his picture.
Now, here we are. Well, go ahead, son. Shoot. Gee, and I kept telling him to shoot. Hey. I'll keep this with me.
Well, one piece of good news, that was the hospital. Emery's fine. He's tearing up his room, screaming for a telephone.
I'm going to try and see him on the way to the airport. I'll trade him a few jokes for a tip on the market.
Will you be coming back next year, Mr. Bowen?
Wouldn't miss it. Couldn't break the habit. Well, thanks for everything. I'll be seeing you again. Bye-bye, Jack.
Bye, Jack.
Oh, I forgot.
What?
Who won the football game?
I don't know.
Say, who did win the game?
The Midwest, 42-0.
Figured.